Today's lesson is a review lesson on solving multi-step equations. Let's just jump right in. Let's start with a very simple multi-step equation. Let's do -8 times, in parentheses, w plus 2 equals 16. There's actually two ways we could go about solving this. The first method is we could use the distributive property to bring in the -8 inside the parentheses. So we would do -8 times w, which would be a -8w because we're multiplying. Then we'd do a -16 because a -8 times a positive 2 is -16 equals 16. Again, that was using the distributive property. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 16 to both sides of the equation to get -8w equals 32. And that was by adding 16 to both sides, because what we do to one side of the equation, we must always do to the other side of the equation. The last step would be to divide by -8. So we would get w equals -4. And again, that was because we divided both sides by -8. That was one method in solving this simple equation of -8 times, in parentheses, w plus 2 equals 16. We could have maybe done it just a little bit different than that, so I want to make sure you understand that there are multiple ways we can go about solving this equation. I could have made my first step to divide by -8 on both sides. Again, I want to make sure I emphasize I'm doing both sides. So if I divide both sides by -8 first, then I actually just get w plus 2 equals a -8. So now that I'm just down to one step, I'm going to minus 2 from both sides. -2, -2, and I get w equals, that should be a +8, by the way. No, yeah, because that's 16 minus 8, not divided. No, I am dividing. 16, that's going to be a -2. Yeah, that's going to be a -2. Watch your steps. That's why we do this. I divided by -8. 16 divided by -8 is -2. -2 minus 2 more is going to be -4. All I know is I need to get the exact same answer that I got before. So even though that should have been simpler, I was making a few mistakes. But I caught my mistakes because I realized, hey, I was dividing. I don't know where I got the -8 from. I minus is what I did, 16 minus 8. But this is a simple process of solving a multi-step equation. Let's do one more. Let's do this one right here. Let's do 4 parentheses 17a plus 3 plus 4a equals 16a plus 12. Now this one I can't divide by this leading 4 because I have this other term out here of a plus 4a. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute. So I'm going to distribute in that 4. I'm going to get 4 times 7 is 28, puts a 2 up here, so that's 68a, plus 4 times 3 is 12, plus 4a equals 16a plus 12. The next step I'm going to do is I'm going to combine like terms. Combine like terms, specifically on the left side of the equation. The 16a plus the 4a, these two combined together, is going to give me a 72a plus 12 equals 16a plus 12. That was doing that step to there. Now the next step is I'm going to bring the a terms to one side. So I'm going to minus 16a from both sides. So if I minus 16a, I minus 16a, I'm going to get 12 minus 6 is 6. I had to borrow from the 7. 6 minus 1 is 5. I get 56a plus 12 equals a positive 12 because I canceled the 16. The next step would be to minus 12 from both sides, because what I want to do is isolate the term with the a. So I'm minusing 12. And again, what I do to one side, I must do to the other. I get 56a equals 0, which is fine. The last step, actually, now we do technically have a last step, is I'm going to divide. Let me just scroll up here for you. Divide both sides by 56. So if I divide both sides by 56, I get a equals 0. Now, as you're working through this, we could test our solution to make sure, which I always recommend doing if you're doing a test. So I'm going to take that a value of 0 and plug it right here. So that would be 4 times 0 plus 3, because 17 times 0 is 0, plus, well, 4 times 0 is 0, equals 16 times 0 is 0, plus 12. So then if I distribute in that, I get 12. Not distribute. 0 plus 3 is 3. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 0 is 12. 0 plus 12, hey, it's 12. It worked. So 0 is our correct answer. So hopefully this is a good reminder of how to solve multi-step equations, and we will see you next time.